taking over my life the way it did, in a good way. I was basically acting in college because it was something to do, and there were a lot of great friends that were actors, so I was like, nah, I'll do that so I can hang out with you more. I was basically just trying to be a part of the cool kids. And then a friend of mine asked me to be in a stage reading of this, and I thought, wow, I'll actually have a good part, that would be nice. It turned out to be probably one of the most momentous things that's ever happened to me, because once I stopped being a part of, you know, silly comedy bits and things like that, all of a sudden I was a part of something that was emotional and provocative and made such an impact on me. And I literally have been wanting to do something with it ever since. And so I went to New York and became a professional waiter. And so basically tried to adapt this about 7.5 years ago. So this is really, really incredible. But to be back in Boston and opening it here now is pretty awesome. I'm going to stop talking, because I don't know what to say, and I'm nervous, and I'll start shaking. So when you see the book start shaking, that's just something I do to calm down. I am not nervous. Even though I just said I was. I'm sure that's one of the rules of The Secret or something. Say it and it won't affect you. Maybe it's not. Maybe I should write my own book about The Secret. I'm going to read a couple things. I have no idea. It's very weird to be reading from a book that you had nothing to do with. But because you did the Hollywood version of it, all of a sudden they're like, read from it. Because it's the exact same thing as writing it. So I'm going to read a couple things. I wasn't sure what to read. There's a bunch of funny stuff. It's incredible. I guess the only thing I'll say before I read it is I only wanted two things out of the movie. The two things I wanted were to, one, start a conversation. I just wanted to make a movie that when you left, because it's definitely not like any movie I've ever seen, that it would be something that you might not be accustomed to, comfortable with necessarily, and so at the end of it, whether you like it or not, it actually isn't really something I care about all that much. It's more about if you don't like it, then hopefully you find someone who did like it and you guys can talk about what you liked and didn't like. That's really something that I think he does so well, David Foster Wallace. And then the second thing was I just wanted to bring to another medium and introduce to more people what I think is bar none one of the greatest authors there has ever been. So I hope that if you do go see the movie and you even like it a little bit, you'll really love his books, because I'm here to say that my movie will only always be a fraction of what you can get out of his books. It will never, ever, ever be as good, but at the same time, hopefully it opens the door to it. Can I get him water? I think I'm getting real nervous. In my head, I was analyzing what I was just talking about, and I was like, really? Really? That's your take on this whole movie? I want two things out of it? You're not sounding very smart. All right, so I'll read something now that I didn't write. That was amazing. It just shows that you thought it was funny. Interview number 19, October of 1996, Newport, Oregon. Reading along? I kind of don't want to tell you, so you're actually listening, but no, I will. Were you one of those kids that, like, when you read The Phantom Tollbooth and then it came out as a movie, you were like, I skipped a great part here. That's crazy. Do not bring the book to my movie. John, you skipped a guy. I can't follow the movie. Your book's to page 115. Get reading. You ready? Okay. You're going to correct me on the way I pronounce it. Interview number 19, October 1996. And then now everybody's opening. Nope. Newport, Oregon. Why? Why? Well, it's not just that you're beautiful, even though you are. It's that you're so darn smart. There. That's why. I mean, beautiful girls are a dime a dozen, but not, hey, let's face it. genuinely smart people are rare. Of either sex. You know that. I think for me, it's your smartness more than anything else. Yeah, that's possible, I suppose, from your point of view. I suppose it could be. I mean, I think, think about it, man. Would that possibility even have occurred to a girl who wasn't so darn smart? Would a dumb girl have the sense to suspect that? So, in a way, you've proved my point. So you can believe I mean this and not dismiss it as just some kind of come on. Right? So, come here. That pretty much represents exactly what my movie's about. Only that performance is probably way better than anything we just did. I felt really good about what I just did. All right.